wisdom of the ages can be found in yellowed pages if we take the time to recognize the signs. You know she knows much more than me, for all her eyes can see. If we ask, she has much more to give. If we ask, she has much more to give.
We're excited that you are seeking to be a strategist for seniors. What a challenge, but what an opportunity. As a strategist for seniors, you'll want to use approaches that will enable the senior to live as much of the life they are hoping for as possible. Use strategies of bounce-back restorative care, helping the senior to continue improving and protecting their independence. Address difficulties and concerns of the senior and other stakeholders, creating success through strategies to increase functional ability through therapy, exercises, and practice. Using assistive devices that help the senior do things more easily and safely. Technology that provides easier ways to do things independently. Outside help using available services or personal assistance when needed. For long-term success, you always want to develop a plan that, if at all possible, protects or improves the senior's level of independence, rather than increasing their dependency. These principles are effective with a range of abilities, for seniors having only a little difficulty to those with significant problems. Jim, a widower, recently had a fall in his home, hit his head, and spent 3 days in the hospital. His daughter was concerned he was not capable of living alone as he might fall again. Jim loves his home and neighborhood. His fenced yard enables him to let Jack, his beloved dog, outside whenever needed. He enjoys playing chess with Sam next door, and they see each other often during the week. Jim wants to stay in his own home. He acknowledges that he likely eats too much junk. He no longer drives, but Sam takes him wherever he needs to go. His daughter is very worried because Jim's bedroom is upstairs, and the stairway is steep. She is also concerned that her dad does not get enough exercise. After conversations with Jim, then his daughter, and even with Sam, an effective senior strategy was developed. With the help of his daughter and a friend, Jim turned his downstairs dining room into his bedroom, so that he did not have to navigate the stairs. Jim agreed to hire a senior helper 3 days a week for part of the day. She will keep his home clean, laundry done, and prepare meals for him that he can later heat up in the microwave. Sam and Jim agreed to join a senior exercise class at the YMCA. Jim purchased a medic alert button that activates in case of emergencies or falls. He also purchased a tub transfer bench and had grab bars installed for added safety in the bathroom. Everyone is satisfied with this plan, especially Jack, who still has access to his yard with great smells and lots of squirrels to chase. Beverly is another example of where a strategist for seniors helped a great deal. Beverly lived alone in a low-rent, independent senior apartment complex. Her son was worried that Beverly was becoming more and more withdrawn, somewhat confused at times, and was not participating in any of the building's social activities. Beverly didn't have enough income to be able to move into an assisted living setting. She received Meals on Wheels that were delivered every day. She seemed to be keeping herself clean and well-groomed. After meeting with Beverly, her strategist found that Beverly really wanted to socialize, but she was having so much trouble hearing she had given up. She couldn't even talk on the phone very easily to her son or granddaughter. Her strategist arranged for her nurse practitioner to check her ears. She found no infection, but did remove a large amount of wax. She found that even with the wax removal, Beverly still had a significant hearing loss in both ears. Unfortunately, Beverly couldn't afford 2 expensive hearing aids, but her strategist did a Google AI search and found her a highly rated hearing enhancer for a low price she could afford. She also arranged for closed captions, a free phone service for hearing-impaired seniors that prints out the conversation on a screen to supplement the sound. Beverly's strategist for seniors went with her to a couple of social events to help be sure her hearing enhancers were working for her. Beverly is doing well, and her son is thrilled with the results. Larry was a 78-year-old widower who had a stroke. His daughter moved him into her home. With a period of therapy, Larry is now walking with a walker. He still needs help with bathing and dressing, but with the help of occupational therapy and assistive tools, he is doing more and more for himself. His daughter's next-door neighbor has been coming in daily to prepare his lunch and check on him when his daughter is at work. Every day she finds him just sitting in his recliner in front of the television with it off. Larry had been a successful car salesman right up to the time of his stroke. He always enjoyed being with groups of people. He acknowledged to the strategist for seniors his daughter hired that he was lonely, but felt hopeless about what to do about it. Working with Larry to consider options, his strategist found both an active local senior center and a senior daycare in a local independent living setting, both offering transportation. Both seemed to offer interesting things to do that would be stimulating for Larry and provide the social interaction he was missing. He chose the daycare program because they offered physical and occupational therapy on-site that could conveniently help Larry continue his recovery while offering a stimulating program and badly needed socialization. There are so many strategies that can make a difference in enabling a senior to live the life they prefer or to be restricted due to limitations they don't know how to work around. With some information, creativity, and the easy help of Google AI, Strategists for Seniors can help seniors and their loved ones find the path to how they would prefer their lives to be, while also addressing legitimate concerns of others in their lives. Too much of the time, people jump to a conclusion that an older person leaving their own home is the only solution, and too often, those moves actually further hasten their deterioration as they give in and give up. To be a successful strategist for seniors, you have to be committed to represent the senior in need of help, listening to their ideas and preferences. You must be an honest broker, doing all that you can to help them have the life they want as much as possible. You can't pretend to represent the senior when your real goal is renting them an assisted living apartment or selling them daily home care services. You also cannot act like you are representing the senior when you are really only listening to what the relatives want. Above all, you must listen to their preferences and try to find ways to make them work, instead of being the expert and telling them what they must have. Our society has made reaching advanced age a liability with a one-size-fits-all expectation for what old means. Television and online ads erroneously characterize most older people as needing drugs for a host of problems, including memory loss, dementia, incontinence, and other difficulties. They also imply that everyone needs to be looking for a place for their mom or dad during old age. In actuality, it is interesting to note that 35 to 40% of the CEOs of Fortune 500 companies are over 60 years old. Over 23% of practicing physicians are over 65. Authors of 11 novels reaching the #1 spot on the New York Times fiction bestseller list were over the age of 80. Over 20% of U.S. congressional representatives are 70 or older. Musicians over the age of 65 make up a significant number of performing artists and include Bruce Springsteen at 76, Dolly Parton at 80, Paul McCartney at 83, Mick Jagger, Dionne Warwick, Ringo Starr, and Bob Dylan at 84, and Willie Nelson at 93. It is exciting and critically important work. Strategists for Seniors help seniors maximize their potential for independence and overall well-being in the face of limitations. They help stretch and protect the seniors' financial resources. Helping seniors have a strategy offers them the opportunity to continue to pursue those things that give their life purpose and meaning, often contributing to the greater good. When we advocate for seniors and help them live the life they most prefer, we are also helping them live longer and healthier lives. And as we help enable seniors to live a life of meaning and purpose, we find greater meaning and purpose in our own lives as well.
If we ask, she has much more to naked.